Is this thing on?
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Skyblock with Chock, and we're looking this time, well, actually looking last time, we got our metal formers running with the rolling and the extruding, not hammering extruding, but that's what it's in as in the interface at the moment, so it doesn't really matter. But I did hook up better wires on these. It hasn't made a huge amount of difference. I haven't managed to up the amount of overclockers, taken a couple out of that. That seems to be the max that I can manage in here at the moment, and I think it's the kinesis pipes that are holding things up there. But not a huge amount I can do about that. And put this wire really hanging in midair up there, and we're good to go just now on that. However, let's have a look. Our storage wall here, which is just a complete mess, is still quite full on a lot of things. Our furnace, induction furnace thing over there has been taking the dust blocks and smelting them down quite happily into ingots, and we're good for ingots. We've got a good amount of ingots. If we have a look at them at the moment, it's pretty good, pretty healthy. 6,500 iron, nearly 4,500 copper. We're doing pretty well on resources just now, but this wall is pretty busy on stuff. See, we can get rid of some of this stuff. We can get rid of the gold compacting jar. Um, Iron one can go. Copper one can go. Yeah, all these ones can largely go. Although we do need to set up something for them, because otherwise these powdered things are going to sit in the system. Okay, I need to sort that out before I go too much further. But in any case, we weren't going to be handling that just now, maybe later in the episode. What I do want to do is I want to set up this automatic hammerer. And I want to set that up just here, just now. And I want to set up an export bus on there. I'm going to put in 2 capacity cards, and then this thing is going to be set up to hammer down the various things that we want. And in actual fact, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to grab this. We're going to lock up slightly, and item ducts. How many have we got? 2. Perfect. That will do us perfectly. So let's bring this over 1, shall we? No, like that. Let's bring this over 1 because we don't want that there. We want it over a little bit. Okay. So, yeah. Let's do it much like we had before over there. And we'll just drop down here, and we will come out the bottom of this thing like that. That will be insert like that. Yeah. In fact, let's make it in and out, and it will go like that. Yeah. Then we'll put our export bus there, and we will set this thing up like that and like that. Perfect. That should be online now. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's just go. Let's go. Always active, extracting there. And now, let's go back up through this hole. And the things we want to extract are, let's say, the gravel versions of this. So we want to have one of that, tin, gold, aluminium, iron, copper, silver, yellorium as well. Not too bothered by that. What else do we need? Is that all we've got? Where's all our iron and stuff? We've got iron, copper. Is that everything? It might well be. And then we will need to do some other stuff in a moment. for the sand ones as well. So if I go iron, actually I want to do iron, then we want to do gold. So iron and gold are the two vanilla ones. Yep. Then we want tin is this our next sensible one. And silver, and copper, aluminium, and yellorium. Okay, those should be starting to go into there. Perfect. And they are going in here. That's great. Now we need to power that as well. Where's our nearest power? It's over there, and it's not brilliant over there. I would quite like to have the nice power supply into that. Let's get ourselves a cell. Do I have any cells? No, I do not. Or maybe a capacitor. A capacitor would do as well. Capacitor? No, we don't have any capacitors and we don't have any cells. Okay then. Capacitor would do. This needs to be a basic one. Like that. Okay. I'm losing where it is. Basic capacitor bank. I need just that. Like that. It wasn't that I was missing out on. It was those. I've got them downstairs because I made a bunch before. Perfect. Let's go like that. Really? Okay. Basic capacitor bank. Right, perfect. And I also want some conduit. Yeah, we've got plenty of that stuff. Excellent. That'll make life a little bit easier for wiring this thing in a little bit more prettily. So, capacitor there. Power and power. Yeah? Yeah. And then like that. Ooh, yeah, there we go. So power is going in nicely. Excellent. And that is working. Yep. Is that pulling stuff back in? It doesn't appear to be. No, it's not. Right. The other thing I want to do is speed and fortune. That is pulling that down quite a lot. That is going to be draining a lot of power very quickly. We have a lot of power. Yeah, that's not bad. I can cope with that. Yeah, it's pulling in a lot of power. It's pulling in some from over there as well because the reactor is on. It's keeping going, kind of. Okay, it's completely destroyed that. Okay, what about if we do that and that? Take half out. Okay, it manages that. And half again. Still managing. Right. It's kind of managing. Still kind of managing. Put it back in, it's just going to destroy it again, isn't it? So it can't manage the full amount, which is, I can't see now, consuming 1180 RF per tick. Now these cables can manage that no bother at all, so why is it destroying that power so badly? Maybe it's just because it can't pull it in quick enough, the actual machine can't pull it in quick enough. Let's just do this until it can do that. Let's take it down to 50 of each. Okay, it's going up a little bit now. Right, let's just keep it at that then. It's going to quickly get to the point where that is not working. Let's go. Always active. Is it going to pull any of that stuff out? No, because that's an insert only, isn't it? In and out. There we go. Okay. Now what we want is... we need an interface to put that into. Yeah, an interface would be best, wouldn't it? Rather than it going into that. Let's go back over here. Let's go do like that. Get rid of these. So I don't need that or those. Interface. Right. Interface. Please, to put things back into. Right, okay, we need annihilation cores and formation cores and interface. Thank you. And if we put this on, right, we want to change how this goes. Insert like that, but we want extract on brown, say? And that can go there, and then this will be insert on brown. And now we can take this lot out of here and go into here, like this. So, we've got all that crushed stuff coming out of here and into there. Going nicely. Superb. That's good. Now, the next bit of this, we want another export bus thing. Export bus, please. Export bus. And like. Formation core, thank you. Export bus, thank you. And then we need more capacity cards. Like that. And we need to have... Oh, there's a couple of gravel things there. Oh, that's 3. Okay. We'll see what happens with that, because we've got lead, platinum, and nickel. And I think we've only got 2 spare things over there. Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Yeah, that's not going to be too handy, is it? Of course, it doesn't need to be an export bus. That could have actually been an interface. How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it really makes no difference other than the cost of it. Okay. Right. Let's go here. Let's go that. Let's go that and that. Like that. Now we need iron, gold, copper, tin, nickel, silver, aluminium, lead, platinum. Don't want yellorium. Not too fussed about yellorium. Lead one there for this. Shall we get rid of the yellorium from that as well? Yeah. Because we're not really using yellorium, we're steering clear of big reactors, so we don't need it, do we? Let's just do that just now. And let's just do that. And that should come online. How are we doing for channels over here? We are at 7 of 8. Right, okay. And then this is quite happily punting out all of the stuff. We need probably some speed upgrades for those item ducts, or item thingy-movers, conduits. Okay, let's just do that out the road first. So that is going now. Also need I could probably do this with crafters and things, but those compacting drawers really are the thing that I'm wanting. So I want another drawer controller. I want to keep this separate from all the stuff that's going on. So I want another drawer controller. Like that. I have none. Oh no, I do have some of the stuff. I need redstone torches, comparators, and some kind of drawer. Really? Well, drawers there. Why is the drawer controller thing not working? Can I not do it with that? That's really annoying. Okay. Wood. And why not make it in here? I know I can do this. And I need to make it like... stupid thing. Like that. Make 2 of those. And then I can go like that. And like that. Right, perfect, fine, good, excellent. Silly thing. Okay. Really? Really? You're kidding me, aren't you? And now, it has to be a 2x2. Really? Since when? Since probably ever. And I've gone over the edge. That's frustrating. Thank you. Right. Thank you. Right, now I need the compacting drawers. So, let's get that. Let's get the other ones that aren't in use anymore. Lead, dust is done, that's done, that's done, that's done. That's now on its own, I'll need to shift that. These ones still have lots in them and will do for some time. We need to go and make a storage bus as well. So, I don't have a storage bus. One storage bus like that we can do. We need an interface, funnily enough, and it will do like that. Perfect. Right, so now we need the dusts. We'll need the dusts, the gravel and the sand. We'll need an example of each and have them down here underneath. And we'll have them set up. We could probably actually... Let me see. Let me see. I've had an idea. Right, I think this is going to work better. I have taken each of the ores that we're interested in. So everything, all of the metals minus yellorium, and I don't have draconium either in there, but we'll deal with draconium because it's a kind of an exception to the rule. But everything except yellorium is going to be in here. I need to get the dusts back and put them into these ones, and I have got the drawer controller for this round the corner here. So let's just grab all the stuff that we've got down here. I got a bunch of this stuff and I don't want to really make too much of a mess here, but I could probably, let's grab that and come back up through here. I'll grab this stuff as well. I'll put that capacitor on the bottom like that. I should still have, I'll need to get, but I'll put kinesis pipes on the bottom there. Yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work. So what we're going to do is that will run through this sharpish. Now, I've got advanced item filters, but I'm not quite sure I'm going to need them. Let's get our kinesis pipe and just connect that up. Kinesis pipe. There. I had kinesis pipe on me, never mind. Didn't see it hiding there. So we'll need that. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to need that. Certainly don't need this wiring. Like that. And let's get back up. This is going to be a lot neater. We're using a lot of space up here, but it looks kind of cool, so I'm not bothered by that. Need to keep that open at the bottom. This is now fully powered. Excellent. Right, let's try this. I want to go like that. I want to go insert on that. And I want to go active without signal just now. It's only going to pull in the gravels and stuff like that because it can't put the sand and the gravel, the broken stuff, the crushed stuff, and the dusts in there because this won't allow. I can't put it in there. You see. So it's only going to pull that out of there. Perfect. I don't even need any sort of filters in there. Excellent. Much better. And now I can put a storage bus on the bottom of here. Actually, I'm going to need to put the storage bus on the side of it, but I'm not overly concerned by that. I could actually just export straight over to there. That would be quite a long run. I'd need quite a lot of these, but that might work. I'm just going to do the storage bus just now. Yeah, I'll just do the storage bus just now. And we'll go like that. And then this stuff here. Like that, like that, like that. So that will work like that. And we want to do priority, highest priority. So any of our stuff, that broken stuff that comes in, gets into there. Now, the other thing that we need to do is I need to make sure that this stuff is going to be going in. I need ducts. Impulse item ducts, thank you. That will work. Because at the moment the output of the stuff is going all the way over here. We also need it to go over here. Right. I need to bring that over and down. I do not want that. Bit of dire wire going on here, but once we get some facades on this, it'll be okay. Yes, I'm aware those aren't impulse ducts over there. Right, so now, when we go up here, come over here, and these things that have been running quite happily should now be putting their powdered... Ah, these bunch of powdered stuff's gone over. Excellent. These are empty, and that's empty, and these have been running. So yeah, so we've got our crushed tin and iron and all the rest of it. I need to get rid of this. Wait. Ooh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Fire in the hole. Why is that? Ah. Always active. That should be going back in. And that should be... There we go. Let's start to do it now. Whew. Yep. I need to put some upgrades onto that. Let's grab some upgrades. Speed upgrades, please. Do I have any? Not for that, I don't. Okay. Speed upgrades, that's what I need. I need electrical steel, which is coal powder, silicon, and iron. Okay. Coal powder, which I don't have. Will have in a second. And I do have some silicon, I think. Nothing there, I don't. Will have in a second. And iron. Where's my silicon gone? Okay, I must have used it all. Never mind. Do that, and that. I'll get some more silicon from here once it's done. It's going as fast as it can, which isn't that fast. Right. Certainly, the thing that we're concerned about is the extract. Extract, speed up. That's going a bit faster now. That's really all we need, is it to be extracting a bit quicker than it's inputting. And it certainly is doing that now. Perfect, 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 perfect. That's good. Now we do need to make sure that that doesn't overflow then, because that's a bit of a concern for us. Not a huge concern, but it is a concern. Right, put that there. That's going to be extract as well, and it's going to be always active. That's going to be extracting from there. It's going to be putting it into here. I didn't want that to happen, but we can cope with that. Right, okay. Let's... Okay. Let's take these down, reset them, and start from the beginning with these things. Right. Okay. Right. Let's grab the iron ore and dust and all those dust things. Let's get rid of all of this. Don't need any of that, that. None of this. None of that. Don't need an interface either at the moment, or any of that. Let's go for ore dust. No. Okay, maybe just dust. Where is it going? If it's not going into somewhere where I can get hold of it, here we go. Right, so powdered iron ore, need that. Copper. tin. Silver. Lead certainly was in there. Aluminium was definitely in there. Nickel was in there. Platinum was in there. I think we're good on the other things. So that's actually stuffed. Okay, probably because I yanked these things off of here before it was finished moving stuff. So iron, gold, copper, tin, silver, lead, nickel, platinum, and that. Let's lock them. Shift them back up onto the top. Like this. Everything nicely ordered. Even Root Nerd would approve of this. Oops. And like that. That's perfect. Now, we need over here. This is stuffed, right? Diamond dust is a bit stuffed in there. Why is diamond dust stuffed in there? Is this full? It is full, right. I don't have any storage upgrades. What about void upgrade? I'm a bit loath to do that, to be perfectly honest. Why don't we just convert this diamond dust into diamonds? Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it all in there, like this. And let's go. And we should get, yeah, that's much better, isn't it? And then that should be now free to run. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's all going nicely. It's all going into there. These are happy. Perfect. It's running through this quite nicely. We are good. And now, these as well. Iron ore, gravel should be exporting over here. What's going on with this? It's going for the dusts. Ah, right, okay. Doing it the wrong way around, aren't I? So these dusts, none of these have got any actual amount of dust in them, no. Okay, that's fine. That's doing the gravels down. That's gone now. We can get rid of that. We shouldn't have a backup of stuff here because this will never get backed up, because hopefully all of them will get passed through to there. Yeah? We could put void upgrades on them. I know that one's got a void upgrade on it, but we shouldn't get to the point that this system is producing stuff faster than this can go. Yeah, that looks good. I think that's good. I think we have got a workable scenario. I need to fill in that hole. That is, I think, done. Yeah, excellent. Perfect. Well, that's it for another episode. I'm very happy at how that's actually come out in the end. It was looking a little bit ropey there for a second, but not to worry. Yeah, we got there. We are looking very good for automation. More on that next time, I think. But for now, it's very goodbye and very much having a funs from me. Bye-bye.